Good morning. Today we are doing a 1.5 inch Half Hexi pillow. I think it's just darling. The fabric I'm using today is Rustic Romance, and it's by Jerry Robinson. And it just came out, and she sent me a bunch, and I think it's just really, really pretty. And so this is kind of a take on the 2 inch scallop pillow that I make, and I just thought I'd do the same thing. But I just thought it was so cute. And so I've always liked half hexis. You know, my grandmother, she was like the queen of vintage. So she did a lot of all these different things. And, you know, if I didn't do it right, then I got like slapped on the head. But she was, you know, as I get older, I appreciate her more and more. At the time, she was so slap happy that I didn't really appreciate the fact that she was teaching me as much as she did. But she was so amazing. Please make a comment. Put your name in so I can do a drawing, because I'm giving away today a 1.5 inch Half Hexi and the pusher. So please put your name in and comment. So what you want to do for this is you could do a 16 by 16, 18 by 18, whatever size pillow you would like. Well, you can do the same color, 2 different colors. So here's my 16 by 16 inch. And to show you the pillow so you can see it better, this is what it looks like. And it's all in layers. You can make it look geometric. You can make it look any way you want it to look. And then I did the back with this beautiful floral. It's just really, really pretty. And then underneath, what I did was something really simple, because you're not going to see it. So I didn't want to use this fabric down here because you're not going to see it anyways. So I just used one that was plain, because you're not going to see it. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. So you take a 16 by 16 inch square, okay? And of course, you know, I'm the zipper queen at the bottom because I don't like to wash the forms. So what I'm going to do is, I've got this one finished on this side. So I buy these zipper tapes. And you get 3 yards with 8 slides, and you can get them from Pam DeMoore, or you can get them from Annie. So, let me put on the zipper foot. I'm using the Brother today. This is what a zipper foot looks like. Okay? Of course, gotta have glasses. Can't see. Okay, gotta change the position of the needle. And so, when you do this, you want to put it upside down with the teeth going up. So I'm just going to do a stitch. And I'm going to do this in 2 parts so that it doesn't get so long. So you guys get a break. Girls, I should say. Girls and guys, whoever's watching. And I am the pin queen. I know that. Please keep commenting so you guys can be put in your drawing. I'm giving away a 1.5 inch Half Hexi and the pusher today. And you could do so many things. I'll come up with all these different ideas. Don't worry. I just got it in, I don't know what day. Last week. Last week, Tuesday, I think, or Wednesday. Can't remember. And of course, you back it up. Then after that, I just cut off the extra little strings. It'll drive me crazy. And I've already got the other side done. Then all you have to do is take, and you just put it as close as you can without getting it too close to the teeth so you can zip it. You just want it to look really, really, really nice. So once you get the zipper out of the way, it's kind of like, whew, got that part done. Zippers were much more difficult years ago. These are like pieces of cake nowadays. Then you just have to change your zipper foot to the other side. Depends what machine you got. I got a lot of different machines, so you have to figure out which one is which. And everyone's got their own little personalities, that's for sure. And then you just sew as close as you can. And there is no race. I'm never into racing. A lot of people have to do fast. I'm not fast. I'm into perfection more. Just remember, if I made a mistake, I had to rip it out. Grandma was very particular. Next week I'm going to be in Cleveland, Ohio. So I'm going to do the second part, not live, but I will do it prior to leaving. And Lindsay next Wednesday will put it on at 10 o'clock to finish this pillow. And so I'll be in Cleveland, in Amish country, which I absolutely love. I love to go there and see all the beautiful hand quilting they do. It is just absolutely amazing. It just, well, being from Wisconsin, the Amish bought my parents' farm. It was so, they're so very talented. Once again, make sure you comment so you can win. Okay, so I got that done. Then what you want to do, let me cut this. I've already got this side done. And you want to equal these little guys out. So I'm going to take my scissors. See how I've got this here? Cut these even. So when you put your zipper pull on, when you do these, of course that I'm doing it now, it'll be harder for me to do because I'm doing it on camera. You just put the pull with the little, looks like a smile. And you want to start it, and you got to go through it twice. And then you take it off again. And then you do it again. Oops. This is when you wish you had bigger hands. Sometimes they come in handy, I think. Or you have better grip. There we go. And I'll do it again. So, that's what you have at the bottom. Okay, I've already got it done here. Now what you want to do, what you need is 5 lengths. You cut 4 3/4 inches, and I've gotten smarter, as my grandson used to say, SMRT. So you need a 4 3/4 inch strip, 5 of them, twice. So 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. This is not on the bias. Is selvage is selvage, just like you do your binding. Add on length at a 45-degree angle. Okay? So, you would place this on top of your fabric. Once again, trace around your ruler. In this one, all you have to do is mark your end points and your centers. Okay? And then when I do this, like every fourth hump, as you know, I put a pin and then I roll it up so my fabric doesn't shift. You're going to have 5 lengths. It's quite a bit of length. So, once you've marked everything, you drop your stitch length to a 2, use your 1/4 inch foot. This is my 1/4 inch foot guide right here. This is my sew line. When you get down to your end point, which is here, you want to come down, stop, pivot, do 1 stitch across. Also, this doesn't have to have a stitch across because there's no deep V. That's why I don't have any end points here. It goes like that, not like that. If I had to, I would have had a little end point there. You don't have to worry about it. Then after you're done sewing all 200 inches, all you have to do is cut it 1/8 of an inch from your sew line like you do when you applique. Because you want to get rid of all that extra fabric you do not need. You just want to get rid of all that extra fabric. Okay. Then I have a center cut line. This is so you can cut through it. Make sure you comment. Put your name in so I can do a drawing. Okay. Cut through 1 layer only, or you'll have 2 halves and bye-bye binding, and you will only do it once. And when you do this, always make sure that you enclose the ends. So when you do this, make sure you sew the 1/4 inch here when you start the binding and on the other end. I'm not doing the binding this time, I'm just doing rows. I just like to have an enclosed end when I start and I stop. Okay? So it'll look like that. Okay. Once you've cut the 1/8 of an inch, I do have a tool called the pusher. I did put the 1.5 inch and the 7/8 inch on one for one pusher. Okay. I got a lot of this done. Then you use spray starch. This tool is so you don't end up in a rubber room with a rubber toilet and chair from doing this or that. Okay, use some spray starch. And don't be afraid to really work with this thing. Your stitches aren't going to fall out. It's at a 2. It's like a hairdresser. If they're like a tsetse fly in your hair, get a new one. You want somebody that's deep down and dirty. That's going to do something with your hair. Just saying. Okay. Then you fold it in half. And this is going to be the pillow. Okay, then when you do this, I've got all these lines on it. So, as you see in the first row, you don't want this bent over and look icky. You can if you want, I just don't like it. So what I did was on the sides, my first row, I put a 1/2 inch in because that's what I'm going to use for seam allowance. So we've got this really pretty side that it's going to hang down. So when you do the pillow, it's going to look like this. When you put it on the couch, I think it's going to look really pretty. Because it was folded over, it just wouldn't quite be, I don't think it's pretty, but do whatever. So when I do this, what I do, let me find my first row from the top of the zipper. I use my friction pens, my favorite things. I do 1.25 inches from the top of the zipper, and I do a line. Then I do a 1/2 inch on each side, and I make a mark. Then after that, from the top of the line, first line up, I'll do 1.5 inches, make a line, 1.5 inches, make a line, 1.5 inches, make a line, 1.5 inches, make a line. So when I'm done, I'm going to have a total of 10 lines. Okay? And I start at the bottom going up. Let me get the zipper foot off. Change my foot. Next, what I'm going to use is one of these. This is a guide, so I'm going to have it perfect all the way across. So when I have this is going to be going along, so I know exactly it's going to be this perfect little line going across because I have issues. You can do whatever you want, but for me, I happen to like the foot. Okay, then I'm going to place this on top, and I'm going to pin it the 1/2 inch in, and I'm going to get my pins. Oh, I got new pins coming too. They're the new gripper kind. I'm so excited. They ran out of them I'll show them to you when I get them next week. Lindsay's over their eyebrows up going, oh yeah, big deal. Just saying. It's funny. Small things give me a hot thrill. Just saying. So I just put it right to the top of that line. This one's icky. Come on now. Once again, put your name in so you can get a free just comment, and you can be put in for the drawing. So I'm going to measure it. I'm going to leave a little extra over here. Okay, here's my half-inch mark. I'm going to cut it just a little beyond, like a quarter. Then I'm going to take this thing off here, and I have to, because it's going to be showing, this is how you end it when you do, like on a binding. All I'm going to do is sew. I don't want those big pins. I need some little bombs. The 1/4 inch here. right sides out. Get out my handy little tool. Iron this little baby. Get rid of these little guys. Iron. And iron it in half. Finish putting it all the way across. There we go. So you see you wanted a finished edge on both sides. Let me hold it up when I'm done. Okay, so you have a finished edge here, and you have a finished edge here. So that's how you start your first row. Then the next row, because you're not going to see it, I like to offset it. So I'm going to go like this. So you find it, and then you go like this. And you don't have to finish off the edges because they're going to be off the edges. So let me sew this, and then I'll do one more row, and then we will be done, and I'll finish it next week. Make sure you back up too. I always do. Probably from garment sewing all those years. And make sure you comment so you can be put in the free giveaway. Okay, here's row one, and then I'll do one more row. Cut this little baby off. And then you just keep going up every row. Okay, then here's the next row, and then you finish all the other 8 rows. And this is part 1, and I'll finish part 2, the rest of it, next week, and we will have a beautiful pillow just like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and let me do your drawing. And next week I'll be in Cleveland. Hope it's warm, but I'm not going to hold my breath. It's been a weird winter. And today the winner is Barbara Greenwood. Thank you for watching. And you will be receiving a 1.5-inch Half Hexi and the pusher. And please get in touch with Lindsay. And thank you for watching. God bless, and see you next week.